cream and booty walk so mean. The way you fit in them jeans, you eat your cornbread and greens. Dance or a doctor, red wine or vodka. Redesign your spot and redefine your mantra. Retwist your locks and realign your chakras. Doing your squats and getting closer to God, huh? Brunching with your squad or taking a girl's trip. Adjust your crown, you God's gift to the world, sis. Celestial body, drink your water. Meditate, sun-kiss goddess, heavenly order. Levitate, tribe of Ashanti. Black girl magic, melanin popping. Whether you ratchet or lavish, whether you bougie or savage, you a gift and a treasure. You got to love a black girl getting a shift together. Black girls are getting a shift together. These black girls getting a shift together, man. These black girls are getting a shift together. These black girls getting a shift together, dog.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Black Girls Getting Their Shift Together. I hope everyone is doing well today. We are having a great episode today, but this is a podcast about mental health and wellness, as well as self-empowerment for Black women. I will help you chase that fire from within. I'm your host, Ursula, and each week I'll deliver relevant topics and resources that affect our community. So remember, once we identify the problem or the issue is when we can start to heal. Welcome to season 2. Again, thank you for returning. I'm so excited. Once again, we have a new look behind me, and I have new resources, new guests, and some returning. Matter of fact, Thursday, we have Sarah Komodo from Australia. She's coming in, and we're going to do part 3 of our 3-part series of narcissistic abuse. So I want you all to tune into that. That is this Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So a lot of people are already coming in. Let me know that you're here. Type where you are tuning in from, say hello. If it's replay, type replay in the notes, start a watch party. If you see this on Facebook, click the share button and share these beautiful ladies I have in the backstage. Just share. And you know what? Comment. You know, I appreciate a lot of you who comment when we're offline. Talk to your girl during the podcast. It helps podcasters a lot. We have so many people already coming in, so I will not take long. Hi, Queen Norvella Smith Bryant, with all these names, but I love it, Queen. Hi, Dana. Dana from Texas. Okay. We have Houston in the house. Oh, my God. This is getting so good already. Okay. Let's get into it. So people who have been tuning into my podcast, it's been heavy lately, but in a good way because it's promoting healing. Dana, yes, Queen, hello. And it's promoting healing, but today I want to keep it light, and it's still healing, but not as heavy. So I have 2 beautiful ladies backstage. I'm going to bring them on, and I'm apologizing ahead of time. If there are any technical difficulties, we're still going to thug it out and just work through it. So let me start with Dana. So we have the authors, Dana and Tante, of the book, We Got This, Sis. So let me give you a little bit of Dana's background. This sister, her bio is tight, so I can only pick out a few things because we'll be here all evening between the both of them. But Dana Davis, co-author, she's best known as her appearances on CBS's The Amazing Race. She's been on Good Morning Texas and Fine Living Channel's All Girls Getaway. She's been featured on made-for-TV movies called Raising Izzy. I'm gonna have to ask her about that. In addition to being selected for various movies and TV appearances, Dana has also been tapped in to share her relationship advice on stage as well-known venues such as the Tom Joyner Fantastic Voyage Cruise. That's impressive. And the imprint for the acclaimed Ebony magazine. I can keep going on and on. I'm going to let Dana add a little more. But we're going to skip on down to my girl, Tante. So Tante, she comes from a TV newspaper journalist background. to an award-winning biotech professional, Tant always possessed the drive to uncover a story or tell one. This is true. That is true. As a child growing up in a blended family in Houston, Texas, there was and there still is plenty of drama to report, which we all can relate. These household dynamics set the foundation for storytelling. And a little backstory. Tanty's biggest accomplishment is being my friend of a long time. So I'm going to bring these beautiful ladies on. Let's see. We're going to get Miss Williams on and Dana.
Hi.
Hi, ladies.
Hey, Ursula. We're good. We're having fun already. This is fun already. Thanks for inviting us.
That's right. We've been in the green room chilling, sipping on some stuff with you. So we already warmed up.
That's what I'm talking about. That's okay. My wine is right over there, but I'll reach over to get it in a second.
Okay.
So, first of all, big shout out to Dana. I want to let everyone know. Dana, I'll let Dana tell us. Dana, can you tell us where you are?
I will, Ursula. I got much love for the Black girls getting their shift together because I stopped, dancing on tables in Cancun and stopped my margarita orders to come over and give some love and get some love back from my girl Ursula and do it with Tanty. So I'm in Cancun having a great time. Thanks for having us on. I knew this was coming. I'm just teasing folks. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for taking time out on your holiday because it means a lot. And Tanty, thank you for your interest, and thank you for both of you for giving us this gift of this beautiful book. So we're going to get right into it. But first, if you all know Tanty or Dana, I want you to put in the comments, congratulations. I want you to type, we got this, sis. I want you to type where you are tuning in from, and a special shout out to my global listeners. I looked at the analytics. I have listeners in Ghana, Nigeria, Sweden, Slovakia, Canada, Jamaica. Come on,
Wow.
yo.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Go, Earth.
Awesome. Congratulations.
I think my eyes are starting to sweat now. Hold on.
Oh, you're not crying, you're sweating. Okay, that's a good one.
So, ladies, I'm letting you know right now, a lot of ladies are coming in saying awesome. From Cheryl Brown. Cheryl, where are you coming from? Dana Menden. Oh, is that the producer, Dana?
That is the Dana
producer.
Mendenhall. Yes, Dana. She's been talking about you. She loves you already.
Bad love. You got a production business. I'm just saying.
Yep.
I'm global, Dana. Call me. We have Cheryl that's saying congratulations. Hi, Cheryl Dunbar and Cheryl Brown.
Nice.
Wow, y'all are getting love on here. Maya Davis. That name sounds familiar. We have Crystal. Everybody's loving on you all.
Thank you.
And of course, Queen, she popped it all off by saying hello.
Hi, Novella.
Y'all are kicking it already. So we're going to get right into it because Dana is on vacation and we need to get her back on that table dancing. So, first of all, Tanty and I go back. Well, we're both 25 now, so we knew each other as high school.
We have 30 years on the books, Ursula and I. We met in Birmingham, Alabama. Yep.
We did. Matter of fact, I didn't have any gray hairs when we first met.
You're doing a good job of hiding it right now, sis. You're doing good.
Yeah, I wanted to look like my logo. And I met the lovely Dana through Tanty. So, how did you ladies meet each other?
Dana, why don't you tell that story?
You
Why
gotta
don't you
answer.
tell
He
that
likes
story,
me to
Dana?
answer. So just quick backstory. Tante is a current wife of. I'll try to do this tastefully.
Just say it.
I
Just
know
throw
her
it out
husband. I knew her husband. Okay, and his first wife. And long story short, that's how I knew him. But then things didn't work out. Fast forward. Tante came in the picture, and you probably say, well, how are you still friends with her husband? Because we have some mutual friends that we're always together. We're always together. And so going back now about 10 years, 12 years, Tante would come around and, you know, I knew it was a little awkward because I'm still friends with the first wife. It was awkward for she and I. She knew this. And so, but I have a higher calling that kind of holds me accountable, who I serve. And so I don't walk around just prejudging people based on hearsay. And so I knew it was, for me, it just was, it didn't feel right to just totally avoid. And so we ended up having a friend who got married, who was getting married, which was an opportunity for us to come closer together. And so Tante was helping in a big way with that wedding. And so she asked me bluntly, listen, I know the backstory. I know we've kind of been separate. She may have said it a little differently, but she said, I'm having something at my house. Would you come? You know, she just put it out there. And I just love that question. You got to know me to know. I'm like, yeah, let's talk to me like that. I'm like, I don't play these games no more. Not that we were really playing, but I was like, good, you know. So I was like, I will. That being said, you know, there's more to that in the forward, which you got the book so you can read on how it just evolved, because I still was friends with the other lady as well. And I get it, you know, this whole little, you know, I'm possibly breaching loyalty. I get that too. So that's a whole nother question. But that's how we became friends. And it kind of evolved in a very small steps along the way. And so that's the course of 10 to 12 years.
And I would say I'm so thankful for her just being open-minded. A lot of women wouldn't have, because some people believe you have to choose loyalty. You have to choose one or the other, that it would be too difficult to be friends with both. And she did a good job of that balancing act. And look at where we are today. I mean, we've got a book together. So it was meant to be.
Well, speaking of the book, and, you know, first talk about awkward, but I can see Tant saying that because Tant's always been so diplomatic. You know, out of our entire group of friends, Tant's definitely the diplomatic one, and just like, you know, hey,
Ursula, you're making me nervous, Ursula, because I know any minute you're going to try to come up with a story. So just don't forget we're on a podcast.
The only story I can tell you is that you were the first person right here a long time ago, and you said, Ursula, out of our entire group, you will be the one to get locks.
Oh, and look at you. And they're absolutely beautiful.
Represent.
Love it. I had that vision.
I already told her she had the whole vibe thing going. I was like, where are you from? No slight to my Texas homies, but I was like, I'm feeling that vibe, the lock vibe.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, she really did tell me that. So that's the story I'm going to stay with, because it was extremely prophetic, even 20 plus years ago, literally right over there by my TV.
Wow. I forgot about that.
Yeah. And then I said, really? Yeah. Really?
And look at you now.
Yes. So now, speaking of the book, how did you come up with the name We Got This, Sis? Dana?
So I'll take that, but Dana, definitely you can jump in because it was an evolution, right? We thought of a lot of different names, but we were looking for something that would basically say to women, you know, we are in this together. We are here to support. We should be supporting each other, and we should treat each other like we are sisters, like it's a sisterhood. So we came up first with love you, sis. We came up with a couple of other iterations, and Dana came back and said, how about just, we got this? How about we got this, sis? Because this book came about when we were going through COVID. Actually, we had talked about doing a book before that. We started writing before that, but then COVID actually brought in our ideas. It helped us prune exactly what we wanted for the book to be, the focus of it.
Right.
So we wrote our exhortations. We thought it was only fitting to have a title that would include everyone and a title that would promote sisterhood and togetherness.
Hmm.
Right. Yeah.
That's very, that resonates a lot. I like the inclusivity, definitely. What were you about to say, Tanti?
I was going to say, and the sis part of it, I love, because when you look up sis in the Urban Dictionary, it is sisters in spirit, right? So it means sisters in spirit, not only those of like mind, but sisters in spirit, even if you guys are, spiritually connected as far as faith and those types of things. So that sis just to me said it all at the end of the title.
Hmm. I love that. I love that. And look, when you're talking about it, I see both you and Dana just that smile. Just
Smile. We're proud of the name and proud of the book. Mm-hmm.
Are you proud of your baby?
Yeah, absolutely.
Most definitely. Mm-hmm.
But
For
yeah,
sure.
but more so, I think it's when you hear how your baby has touched other lives.
Yep.
And let me be clear. I think Tanti said this on the virtual party that we did a couple of weeks ago. Doesn't mean we've overcome everything that we've written about, but we've experienced to the point that we realize how important it can be in women's lives enough to share. And so we shared it. Our vulnerabilities, being transparent isn't, easy. And so when you hear that your baby has touched others' lives and that it was not in vain, that's a win.
Amen.
It's a win.
Amen. And like you said, Dana, even if it touches just one person's life,
That's right.
it's definitely worth it, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let's be clear. I mean, I won't speak for Tanti, but and she can get in if she wants to. But once you're born, right, we have a purpose, and you can buy your homes, you can buy your cars, you can look at all those things are great. By the way, I like my house, I like my car, all those things. But if that's it, you're gonna get bored real quick. And so when you've birthed your purpose, and I know my purpose, and when you've birthed it and you see it come to life, that's the win. That's a high.
Yep.
That's why I can dance on tables and not drink.
You know what? So what I hear you saying is being open, being transparent, feeling that spirit from within come through you to others. And if it touches one person, everything is worth it.
For sure. 100%. Also, Ursula, what I love about this book is that, you notice there are 40 exhortations in the book, right? And we do know that God speaks in numbers. So when you think about 40, this is all biblical. So when you think about 40, usually you read stories in the Bible where, Jesus went into the wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights. There's a lot of things that go with 40 that deals with trial and testing. So it was actually Dana that came up with the 40 too. Dana, you just knocking it out of the park.
She's being
seriously. So when we were thinking about the book and the exhortations, we decided to write 40 exhortations because we were hoping for the same symbolism that's in the Bible. Like Jesus went into the wilderness for 40 days, 40 nights. When he came out, he felt blessed and he was ready to go about his Father's business, right? And that's the same with this book. We had so many different themes and topics that may appear to be a struggle for some people, or maybe at some point a depressing thing, where we're hoping that after folks read this book and read some of our experiences and read some of the scriptures that go along with the book, and as Dana always says, we seal it with God's authority. We're praying that people will come out of this feeling victory, feeling blessed. So they've gone through a trial and they come out feeling like, God has worked on them and they're ready to move it forward and go about his business.
You know what I love about you ladies, as we were talking in the green room and even right now, since I had my mind shift, I always gravitate towards words that promote movement. And I hear you all talk about going, move, elevate. That's all I'm hearing when I hear you and Dana talk. So how can someone not be moved by that, or going through the wilderness and then you come out with your purpose, right?
Yes.
Beautiful. That's
Amen.
beautifully said. We accept that. We love it. You write on it. And when you look at some of the titles too, do you mind if I read some of the titles in the book? I got it right. The titles, I think, say exactly what you just said, right? It's all about lifting and going and moving. So we've got Glow as one of the titles, right? FaceTime is one of the titles. Get Clingy, Love Matters. Love You Sis, Breathing. All-time favorite, Don't Shrink, Shine, Clap Back. I mean, I think there's a lot of really good exhortations here, and the titles speak to, like you said, movement and lifting and empowering.
Right. Because remember, we had just talked about if you're stagnant, you're stagnant.
Yeah.
Yep. You're actually falling backwards. If you're not moving forward, if in your life, if you haven't changed in some way over 30 years, we were just talking about that. If you hadn't changed in some way, that means you're not moving. And if you're moving, you're stagnant. If you're stagnant, you're actually moving, falling backward, because the world is moving forward. Everybody else is going this way. And if you're just standing here, you're falling back. So yeah, it's important to keep moving forward.
You have to. Even you think about it, if you put water and it's draining, it's still moving. It's not going straight down. It's moving. It's everything is in motion. The universe is moving. God made all of us. Why would we not move with it, right?
Right.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's right.
Tell me what the clap back means. That piqued my interest.
That's Tante's.
So the clap back is just another word. You know, when you're trying to get somebody straight, you clap back, right? Somebody says something, you got to get them straight again, you clap back. So that's basically what it's talking about in the book. You may have to clap back in several instances, whether you're clapping back evil, whether you're clapping back some of your own bad thoughts about yourself, whether you're clapping back being stagnant, you know. So you have to just check it out. You have to read it to see exactly what we're speaking about. But it's just putting things that don't deserve your attention in its place.
Oh, that hit my soul right there. Whoa.
Amen.
Woo. That's some good stuff right there.
Good stuff. Let me get my tambourine out. This might be time for the song. This may be time.
Hold on. We had a special guest that said, "Indeed, let's move forward." Do y'all want to know who said that?
Yeah, let's know.
Miss Mary Blewett.
My mama. That is my mother. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Miss Mary. It's been forever.
It has been ever since she's seen you. Yeah.
Your mama.
I was just going to give her some kudos. I was going to give my mom some kudos. She figured out how to get on the live portion of Facebook. So do your thing, Mom. Very proud of you.
Thank you.
I love that. So what was your, do you all mind sharing? You ladies can pick what were some of your personal experience, anything that you feel comfortable sharing, which motivated some of the titles for the book or not?
You know, I was reading again. You know, it's funny, you wrote it, you co-wrote it, and you just kind of go through it again. And something that kind of sparked my spirit that I don't talk about much, just, you know, you heard in church, we all went to church, people will say, you know this story, you see the glory, but you don't know the story. You know, that's not old. That's the little cliche. If you never heard that, Ursula, that's what they say in churches, right? You see their glory, but you don't know the story. And so that's the nice way of saying that you know, you see all the shine of stuff, maybe just how they look aesthetically, how they talk, how they walk in the room. You know, people will tell me, oh, Dana, you don't ever seem fearful, right? Which is a lie, because I do get scared on some things. But you, you walk in the room, you're not afraid of talking, this and that. But what that particular exhortation talks a lot about is, shoot, for the first part of my life, I was like, God, are you dealing with anybody else? Are you dealing with anybody else? Because I'm not, it's a lot of stuff coming at me. I mean, if I told you all this, you would think I'm lying. You know, mama died early in my 20s. You know, daddy died in my early, when I was in my 30s. I was raped. That's my point. I was poor. I was on welfare. You see my point? All that before I was 26. And then I was a mother, 22, with 3 kids. I say all that to say, listen, you talk about that change. I had a fast forward. I was on the fast pass. I had a fast pass of change. And that helped me get over a lot of my junk earlier. And I was willing to get over a lot of my junk early. Doesn't mean you're not going to go through some stuff. We're going to go through some stuff, by the way, until we die. Okay. It's just different type of stuff. Yeah, you're going to go through some stuff. But I just said all that to say, overcoming shame, that was a big part, because there was so many things in my life early on that I was dealing with in my late 20s, you know, to early 30s, that I just had to make a decision. So
kudos to you. You know, I hear you talking, and I interpret it as toxic shame. Not saying you, I'm just saying anyone. You know, I've experienced that, and I love the transparency for you to even share that story. You know, because when people realize that it's not just them, that's when the healing starts. Because then you become open, which is also a movement term. You're blossoming.
Yep.
So you receive what comes in. It's all about movement. Wow. Yep.
Yeah, so I made a decision. I'll turn it over to Tante. I made a decision in my mind. The enemy tries to come and remind you of your past and try to stop you as he can in different ways. It may come through your just new projects you're trying to work on, or children, or it'll come, right? It can come. And when I say children, I mean sometimes what you don't do, sometimes he'll remind you just through family members. I'll say it that way. But that being said, I would say the bulk of what I went through, I just said I can't live the rest of my life picking up the same, you know, these same damaged goods over and over again, and carrying over and over again, and carrying with me everywhere I go. I got to let this baggage go. And so I made a decision. So it started in my mind. You know, so I'll go through my moments. I don't want to paint the picture that I never have bad days. You know, I'll share something else. I went through COVID. Okay. I had it. Okay. And just having COVID, at first I was thinking, oh, okay, I'm gonna shake this off. Then all of a sudden I realized I was alone, and I was alone for like 9 days. And then I was starting to feel bad, and I was like, people are treating me like a leopard. And then it was just all kind of things started in my mind. Then I started getting angry. Then I started getting mad. And then I said all that to say, I was like, the enemy's crazy. He will come through the back door in just all types of ways to discourage you and to pull you down. I mean, that didn't have nothing to do with the first, you know, all the things I told you, but it just started making me feel like, what else, you know? So you'll go through things, you know, but when I come out, I always say this though, when I come out, it's like, woo! It's like the snakes, they shed their skin. I be like, that's what old saints mean when they say the enemy should have killed me then. That's what they mean.
So look, we have a lot of comments. If you ladies don't mind, I'd like to read them, because you all are getting a lot of love. And for the listeners, if you feel anything that these ladies are talking about, if your soul is vibrating, put yes, Dana, yes, Tante in the comments. So we have Maya Davis said, the strongest woman I know.
Oh,
that's my baby girl.
Yeah. Dana
that
Mendon.
says a lot coming from a daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yep, because she knows.
See, Dana says, speak Dana. Cheryl Brown, she said, not being, oof, this, I feel this one. Not being afraid to share your pain is what helps others heal. Wow.
Amen. Yep.
And then Dana said, let that, no, she said, yes, Dana, let that baggage go.
Amen. Girl,
That's how she said it, Ursula. Let that baggage go.
Yes.
And then C. Michelle is giving you ladies literally a bunch of heart emojis.
Aw,
Y'all are
Michelle.
just the best, the best. So how has this book been received by others? I see you're getting a lot of love on the comments. What about people who are not logged on?
So let me say two things. First, about the folks that are logged on. We actually have, for the tribe that's on right now, we have a little exhortation with them in mind in it, because our tribe, if you've seen from the virtual party how we had so many friends come in and help out to make sure the virtual party went well. Folks who would normally get on screen jumped on screen and said, you know, we're going to do this for our friends because we want to see them, we want to see them uplifted. We want to see them successful. But there is an exhortation in here too about tribe vibe that I just absolutely love, because it is really difficult to find a group of friends that get along, that want to see you succeed, that are there for you whenever you need them, where it's not a lot of talking behind your back, blah, blah, blah. They're all there to help lift you up. And I think when you get to that point with a group of friends, you've almost hit nirvana. You know, that doesn't mean that everybody's perfect and there's never any wrinkles. There will always be wrinkles when you bring people together with different backgrounds. But if you basically can iron out those wrinkles, get through it, talk through it, and get back together and continue moving forward, right? And have even closer, better relationships, all those wrinkles were worth it. So a shout out to all of our friends that have stuck by us and helped us through with promoting this book. So shout out to them, number one. Number two.
Oh, yeah, let's hear it. Number two.
Yeah, so number two, for those folks that are not on the call, whether they're our friends or folks who are within our family or just decided to pick up the book, we're praying that, I'll tell you what I'm hoping for selfishly. We're hoping that folks will pick up this book and read some of the exhortations and again, that word movement again, and feel like they are challenged or moved to continue fulfilling dreams, to continue lifting other women, to continue fighting for their families or what's best for them. So we're not only hoping to touch people individually, but we're also hoping to touch individuals so they will come together as a group and support each other. You know, the saying, there's power in numbers, and 100% there is. We witnessed that a couple of Sundays ago during our virtual party when everybody came together and made it what it was. I mean, we got so much love from the party, but you know, it wasn't Dana and I, it was everybody who worked behind the scenes and got on the screen to help us out. So we're hoping that folks will see this love that we have for each other, see this sisterhood, and not only try to emulate that, but dig deep down and plant some of those seeds within themselves to where they're not emulating, but they actually feel it. It is something that's authentic, that just easily and automatically pours out when needed.
Yes. You know, I like what you said about really feeling it. So when I meditate, I try to laser focus on whatever it is. But not only do I say it and think it, but I also try to feel it. You know, yeah. So just like anybody who's listening right now, think about it. If you have a lemon and it's pretty and yellow and kind of squishy and juicy, and you cut it and you see the juice splashing out, and then you just squeeze it in your mouth. Can you feel your mouth water?
Yeah.
I'm not putting that lemon in your mouth, but you know what it is. You feel it.
You can smell it.
Right.
Smell it. Like it's the essence of, so I'm positive that people will get that feeling from reading the book from you all. But speaking of that, I like to read my favorite exhortation.
Ooh, bring it, girl. Bring it. You doing it. Bring it. Read your favorite, girl. I love it.
So it's day 24. Replace nope with hope. Okay. Let me get some light on this. You know, these 28-year-old eyes.
Reading glasses clean. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. When it seems that your dreams, hold on, let me close one eye and do this. When your dreams are not moving forward, that's probably why this has really got to me. And you've heard no too many times. How do you know you're on the right track? How do you know that you find strength to keep forging ahead? Once again, there's all this movement. How do you strengthen your resolve and give it 100%? These are questions I've asked myself many times, which I ask myself this all the time. Yeah. And try not to ruminate in some of the negative self-talk that can easily come, you know, but
right. Yeah.
So how do I know when to invest my all in a project like this podcast or other things in life? The first and foremost thing that's important that you should take it into consult with this got to me, with the ultimate entrepreneur, the greatest creator that ever lived, the one that called you by your name before you were even born, God. So I had to stop there because my eyes were getting a little sweaty. That's something, that was so deep, but you have to purchase the book to read the rest of the chapter. But what I really enjoy with the book throughout, how you all have the reflections at the end of the day. So, you know, everybody reads it, but it's like Dana and Tante are holding your hand like, no, there's some more to it. You got to put the work in. It's like going to therapy with your girlfriends. You know, you talk about what's the work you're going to do with it, you know?
And you know what, Ursula, I'm so glad you said that, because Dana and I tried to be very transparent with our exhortations. So when we tell some of our stories, we try to just open up and actually give it all to you. And we are hoping that the reader will do the same, right? That they'll take the time to open up and just think and reflect through it all and give it all back. They may not be able to tell us about it, but they can write it down in this book or write it down in their journals. But once you do that, like, this book has been so cathartic, I know for me, and I think I've heard Dana say some of the same things, but it's been so cathartic for me when you write things down on paper and you reflect on them and you think through, you know, first of all, you become at peace with what has happened in the past, right? That's what our hope is. You become at peace. What the past is gone. It's in the rearview mirror. You shouldn't look back, right? You should be looking ahead. So you become at peace with that, but then it opens up your heart and gives you the capacity to think about your future, right? And how you would handle that if you were faced with it again, or if you're still struggling with something, how you can move forward. But that was our goal with putting those reflections in there, is we poured out our hearts, and we're hoping that folks will do the same as they're reading through these exhortations and reflecting.
Yeah, wow. You're talking, I keep hearing the movement. Y'all move. You know, because if not, life is it's going to pass you by. Doesn't matter. And you can stay in the emotional quicksand and you're still trying to pull on things to bring you up. No. Or like myself, I stayed in my toxic shame from my childhood, you know, and just stayed there, and you're stuck. But it's all about having tools and resources with people who look like you.
Amen.
Man,
yes,
that's good. That's true. That's good.
A couple more questions, and then we're going to wrap it up, because, like I said, we got to get Dana on that table in Mexico. So
She needs
were
to
there
send us
any
video.
were there any challenges either one of you had in writing the book?
Probably just she's looking down at me. I could tell she's looking at me. I can feel it. I would just say initially we just needed to. You just said that movement. We were going in slow motion, and that's what happens for various reasons. Sometimes it's just different priorities. You trying to do it all. The older you get, you want to take vacations. You got to work. You want to clean the house. You want to spend time with your friends. You want to do this. You want to do that. And so, sometimes it's not even fear. Sometimes it's us. We're our worst enemies. And so it was
Yeah.
time. We took a long time. The first 3 to 4 months, I think we were just between us. We had probably 6 or 7 pages, right? And so COVID came, and that kind of, we had to stay in the house. That kind of helped push us along. We had no time. We had nothing else to do but reflect. And so that's what happened. So, COVID doesn't always come. I almost kind of grateful. You don't want to see death, so don't hear what I'm saying. I'm not wishing death or COVID on anyone, but sometimes the things can happen that are birthed out of trauma, or in this situation, a pandemic.
So I would say another thing that I would say may have been a little difficult is that we did start off writing and then had to go back and look at what we were trying to say versus what was on paper. There were some writings that probably didn't resonate with folks because we were still, giving only a piece of ourselves and not, truly diving in deep and sharing some really some struggles and things like that, right? We were just doing the surface. This is how I feel. I don't want you to feel that way. Trust in God, which is true, but we weren't actually opening up as much as we needed to, as much as we actually did once the book was published. So I think at the beginning, that was a little tougher because you want to help and share, but you just don't know how much initially until, and I think we prayed on this and, decided, hey, let it go. If we're really here to help and if we're really here to share, we really need to do that. We really need to give out some details because people may not get the true picture of what you're trying to say, and it may not help anybody. It could be just this benign, vanilla book that, is like many other, I would say, exhortations or daily inspirationals that you read every day. Sometimes they don't hit because they're not digging in deep so that folks could relate with them. So I think that was a little bit part of our struggle too. We had to decide we're going to do this. And if we're going to do it, let's put our all in it and share some things that we wouldn't normally share. I know you heard about the exhortation, keeping it 100. Keeping it 100 is about the journey of my hair. So a lot of people didn't know this.
Sharing a little bit?
Say that again.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Do you mind sharing a little bit about that? What you're comfortable sharing?
Sure. So I got it out a couple of weeks ago. I think I'm okay now. I didn't cry when I shared this for the first time on our virtual call, but I've had some struggles with my hair, and basically I don't have any hair right now. So this is what I call a unit. I don't call it a wig.
Right.
The lady that made it for me said, don't call it a wig, call it a unit because it was made specifically for your head. So this is a unit, i.e. a wig. This is a wig. And I wear it often because my hair is very thin. I don't have a lot of hair, but that was a big struggle for me. And it was a big struggle for me to write about. I wanted to, but I just didn't know how deep I should go because I didn't know how I would feel after people read it, right? I didn't know if I wanted people coming back asking me, oh, I'm so sorry, you lost your hair, or, oh, I feel for you, or let me see You get a lot of people say,
Oh
"Can I see?"
my
I
God.
shouldn't say a lot of people, but I do. And honestly, the only person that has seen my head at this point is my mother. And I have a husband. I go to bed with a little cap on at night. I go and change my little hair before it comes out, because even though I feel like I'm to a point where I can share that I don't have any, I'm still not to a point where I can just walk around without my piece on. This is like my security blanket.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, the hair. And it's funny how that's in my soul, because I still haven't gotten to a point where I can show that authentic part of myself. However, I'm willing to tell it, but I think telling it is the first step. And so one day, as I said before, it's up to me. I can do this if I want to. I may never get there, but one day I may just walk out, and who knows, my tribe may go, "What? What? She don't have a piece on? Okay, we moving forward. We getting somewhere." Because
Because
she's a
guess
lot.
what? We're
Yeah.
we're still gonna go to happy hour. We're not
We're
gonna let
still
that
gonna go.
stop. We're
That's
gonna be just
right.
like back in
Yeah.
the day,
That's
30
right.
years ago at Park West in downtown Birmingham, Alabama, and the first round of drinks are gonna be on you, Tanty.
You bringing,
I
oh,
love
you
it.
bringing up the good stuff. You bringing up the good stuff. Park West or Birmingham. You bringing up the good stuff. But
Dana,
yeah,
even back in the day, Tanty would, we come in there with our dresses and all this out, and I have a big butt and hips and still do. And I was
Hey.
not trying to hide it then. Here comes Tant, because Tant was a newscaster in Birmingham. So here's Tant coming in like mini Oprah.
She was up
she's
here.
like, why you have the suit on? What you doing in here with a suit on?
We walk in like this, and Tanty comes in like this. And but guess what?
That's
It
funny.
didn't stop the show. We had a good time, and
There you
30 years
go.
Yeah.
later, look where
That's
we are
great.
right now.
You are
And
so funny, Ursula.
so we're gonna start wrapping it up. Unless you ladies have anything else, you please plug anything that you have. It's all about sisterhood, and I have this platform. It would do so much. It wouldn't be right if I didn't say share, plug, because sharing, you're right, it can help one lady, it can help 3 million. You never know. So
Mhm.
what's going on over there? What you got?
I,
You got to
I
tell them
was
about those beautiful boxes that you have.
okay.
Tanty.
Well, okay. So first first, I want to say thank you so much, Ursula, for bringing us on to talk about our book. I mean, this is my first podcast talking about it, and I love the way you
Really?
eased us into it. Very conversational, and we really appreciate that. But again, as we said before, if We Got This Sis can just help one person out there, we feel like we've done something. But um, this is, of course, a labor of love. It's a legacy that we're leaving the world, but our families and our kids and their kids and so on and so on. And we hope that this book continues to move, that word again, moves forward through generations. So that's our main hope. I just will throw out one more thing. And I just see myself, hopefully I didn't lose you guys, but I'll throw
No,
out
you
one more.
didn't.
Okay, so we do have little cute boxes for Valentine's Day or Galentine's Day. I know a lot of people hadn't heard of Galentine's, but it's actually a thing. It's a thing. It's the day before Valentine's Day, and that's where girls show love for their friends, for each other. So it's like a gal pal thing. Like, hey, I love you. You've been there for me. Happy Galentine. So we have Galentine boxes that actually have the book as well as a journal. This you can add this cool little We Got This Sis cup to it. We've got masks. Yeah, it's pretty cute. But the whole point of it is to lift others up in love, lift your girlfriends up in love, and show them that you care about them on Valentine's Day. We know that it is a commercial, observance, but no
Right.
better time to say I love you and hey, thanks for having my back and I got yours with a little We Got This Sis.
I love it. You know, I see you all like your elevators and you all are going up, but you all come back down and you're picking up your girlfriends, you know, and
Yes, we
even the
are.
girlfriends that you never met, right?
Amen. That's a good analogy. I love that.
Absolutely is. And for anyone listening, you know, make sure you pick your other girlfriends up too and take them on the elevator ride. And it's just up and down. You just keep picking up and down. Hey, Celeste.
Ursula,
Yes.
I want to add, there's a practical way you can do that as well. So we put these book club pages that are out on the We Got This Sis website, wegotthисsis.com. And let me tell you, if you can get through the first 2 or 3 questions with your girlfriends, you're doing great. But we tried it with some of our friends and they loved it. It just sparked good conversation. It's one way that you can have just that girl time. It's practical, especially in COVID season. You can get on Zoom, or you can have 2 or 3 or 4 of your good girlfriends over that are practicing social distancing, and have your favorite beverage ready and get those sheets out and just have some good fun. And then we also add Tante, who is our hostess with the mostest, as we told you on the last virtual party, together her famous charcuterie board recipe. So we shared that with y'all. That's how much we love everybody. We shared the charcuterie board recipe. So anyway, no, seriously though, but go to wegotthis.com.
Oh, I can't with you.
That, and you can print that stuff for free, so no charge or anything. Okay, and so
Really?
Yeah, you can get the book as well, and then of course you can get it on Amazon, but we prefer you to get it on our website. So yes.
May I? I'm going to share something. I was so excited when Tante's book came out. We have this group, the text group, and she put the text out. I was like, oh, let me go quick. Let me buy it. Being Ursula, just moving too fast, I purchased it from Amazon. So I didn't get to.
I probably shouldn't even said it.
She said she didn't get the autograph. She was sad she didn't get the autograph so that's one good thing about purchasing through the website, right? You get an autographed book.
Right.
Before we go on Oprah.
I know that's right. Exactly.
From your lips to God's ears, right?
Look, Oprah can get on the elevator too with us.
Listen. Okay.
And Ursula's been on Oprah, by the way. Ursula's been there. That's nothing. That's nothing for her.
Tant, you remember that? Oh my God.
How could I forget that my friend's been on Oprah? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, she did fly us in, and Oprah did touch my back a little bit. And for real, side note, I had on remember, this is back in the day, I had on this lime green suit I got from some store that Tant you always went to. Remember Patrice worked there? I can't think of the name of it. Anyway, it was lime green. I swear.
Steinmart. It was Steinmart.
It was Steinmart. I had the Tanty scarf on and everything.
I love it.
I had on the Tanty ascot, right?
You need to quit.
Oprah had on a similar outfit.
We heard that for 20 years. Yeah. We heard that for 20 years.
Oprah was biting me. I'm telling you, she was on it. And she said, young lady, you. And I, me extra. Me? Yeah, you. I'm just a mess. So anyway,
awesome.
Everyone, I put the website in the show notes. So click on it, and it's wegotthis.com. Please, I know you're going to order multiple copies, but make sure, go to the website and get it. Support Black business, support women, empower your sisters. No woman left behind, ever.
Love it. No woman left behind.
No woman left behind. And if they are, have it within us something to go back and pick her up, even if she's
Mhm.
She'll be all right. Get her.
So
Get her.
I love that.
Hi, Celeste. Thank you so much for putting their link in. Celeste is on it. She put your website in the show notes as well.
Okay.
So we're going to wrap it up, unless you all had some final words.
No, again, like Tanti said, thank you so much for having us on, Ursula. You've been fun. Listen, it was worth it. Me just stopping, it was worth it. Just having a conversation with you.
Ooh, you better than a table dance, she said. You better than dancing at the tables. And now that says a lot. That says a lot. She's getting her shit together.
It's a G-rated show, right? Yeah.
Yeah, she's getting her shit together is all I'm saying. Yeah.
PG? I don't know. Wait a minute. She said, I don't know. Wait a minute. Okay, all right. Well, it's
I got my look, I got my shit together, but I'm still Ursula.
You said what?
But I'm still Ursula.
Together, but I'm still Ursula.
Hey, see, I told you, you'll always be at the core of who we are. So no, but thank you very
true.
much. I appreciate it. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
I do have one quick question. Can you hold the We Got This Sis mug up, please?
Oh yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Let me get you closer so I can. Yes. Is that rum friendly?
Is that what now?
Rum friendly?
Oh, this mug? Oh yeah, you can only put rum in there. Rum and vodka. You can't put wine, champagne. Coffee actually would just melt the mug, so don't put coffee in it. RT.
So everyone, get your Galentine's Day box. Take a picture. Put it on put it on your own social media and make sure and tag We Got This Sis on all your social media, or even take a video with you pouring whatever you want in it. I know when I get mine, I'm gonna have rum in it.
So listen, if you do that before February 28th,
we
have something special coming up.
Yeah, we have a little something. Yep.
Yes.
So, ask Dana, is Dana Mendenhall still on here? Dana may be able to share a little bit more about what it is, but yeah, she can share what it is.
Dana Mendenhall, I think she is still on. She's been chiming in the whole time.
Okay.
Oh, wait, Celeste said, yes, I'm about to order some now for people. Thank you for sharing, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Celeste is wonderful. Everyone, Celeste the therapist, look her up. She's known as one of the top 10 Black influencers in Black mental health and wellness.
Thank you.
She's amazing.
Very much.
She's called Celeste the therapist. Okay.
I'm going to put her in the show notes as well. And you can go back a week ago. She was on my show. Okay. Somebody pick. I need someone to give me a number between 1 and 3.
Oh, that's not very many numbers. 2. 2.
Okay, Dana, what's your number?
1.
Okay, good. I have 8 questions here. Speed round.
How many minutes we got? Okay.
My boo-boo, we in it now. Okay, real quick. Dana said, please see the We Got This website for more details for the call to action.
Yes. Okay. Yes. That's our producer. She didn't know it yet. She's official at this point. So she's been doing such a good job.
My producer.
We'll let you borrow her. Borrow.
That's what sisters do. We got this.
Yep, you can borrow. I know I'm already territorial. No. Let's check our calendars first. I'm joking. I'm kidding.
So, Celeste said, give Dana 4 and Tanti 4. Oh, questions. Celeste, I'm going to give them 8. Okay, here we go. Rapid fire lightning round.
Rapid fire.
Dana, you'll go first. Dana, and I expect a lot from you because you've been on The Amazing Race.
This is pressure.
Woo!
Sure is. Okay. Who was the one to hold a match to this project? Quick.
Oh, Angela in Waiting to Excel?
Girl, she's asking about our book. What you talking about?
You know what? We're logging off.
I'm out. The show's over.
Show's over.
I was
Dana,
thinking too hard. I was thinking too.
this was Dana on
I
here.
got a headache. You said rapid fire. You know, I was thinking of
My
those
piece
shows.
almost
That's
came
what
off.
they do on The View. They ask random questions, and I
Okay.
seen it. It was one of them shows. Anyway, I'm sorry. So
You
when
get
she
a
said
pass because you're so cute. Yeah. Okay. Who was the one that cracked the whip to get to keep it going? Who put
Tante.
I believe it. I believe it. Okay. Both of you, creative process, AM or PM?
PM.
AM for me. AM for
PM.
me.
You know, I'm not surprised by these answers already. Wait, Dana said, Lord Jesus, help my namesake. I know, Dana. Dana, change your name, girl. This is she's
I was focused in. I'm sorry. I got you. I'm with you.
This has been on The Amazing Race on
That was
TV,
great.
the movie.
Oh my Lord. This is too funny.
Okay, Dana, what's your favorite gospel song?
Love Theory, Kirk Franklin.
Okay, same thing for you, Tanty.
Jesus Be a Fence by
We'll take it.
Fred Hammond.
Fred Hammond. Jesus, yeah. There you go.
Dana, favorite trap song?
Money, Cardi B. This trap.
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
All right, Tan. Oh my God, Tan, don't embarrass me. I've known you. My podcast is on the line. What's your favorite trap song? Don't come with some.
Truffle Butter by Truffle Butter by it's a whole bunch of people on there. Huh?
Lil Wayne and someone.
Lil Wayne. Truffle Butter by Lil Wayne.
That's one of my
Did I get it? Am I good?
Yeah, that was good.
This is too cute.
This is for both of you. Listen, especially you, Dana. Listen closely.
I done messed up twice now. Go ahead.
But you're still cute. Here we go.
Thank you.
Choice A, Meg or Cardi, or choice B, Mahalia or Cece?
Oh, come on, Mahalia. Oh, Mahalia and Cece.
Look at Tanty.
Mahalia and Cece.
Megan Cardi or Mahalia and Cece whining?
Yeah, the same. Mahalia and Cece Winans. I like old school. I just do like old school.
Okay, no shade. Do you know who Meg and Cardi are?
No, that's why I didn't choose them.
Oh, what? Now I get my card back. I know who they were. I know who they were.
Who is Megan Carter?
Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi.
Gosh,
oh, I thought you were asking about spiritual songs. Yeah, I know who they are. You said
everybody
whining. Right, she logged it off.
Oh my God, Ted.
At least I knew who they were.
Ted, I want you to just Google WAP and just leave it right there. Sorry, Miss Mary, if you listen.
I know what that is. I already know what it is. I already know.
Twerk or two-step?
Twerk.
I can't twerk. I can two-step, but I'd rather twerk.
Yeah, Ted, I saw you dancing on your live. I was crying. I'm like, Tan's dancing the same way from.
And I have a video.
It was so cute, though. It's like she just
saying, if things ever get out of hand, I love her. No,
I got stuff on YouTube, boo. Don't forget.
And
but we got this, sis. We got this.
Oh my God, this is so good. I have one last question. Dana, I'll let you go first. Describe your favorite thing about Tanty in one word.
Oh, she is the hostess she gives memorable events. Memorable events. That's one. And so the events memorable meaning that I can recall them. You know, you get a certain point in life, you start just going to a lot of stuff. You go, even vacation, go to a lot of vacations, go to a lot of events. But she gives those things that I can remember, like, oh, at that event, we did the do not. It was the do not be afraid of this. Do not. We did the scriptures. At this one, we did the lighting. At this one, So she gets
Oh,
memorable events.
yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Tanty, Tant, describe your favorite thing about Dana in one word.
So one word I would say vibrant. Dana is just a ball of energy. She gets the party started. She keeps the party going. She may take a 5-minute nap, but then she's back up to close the party, right? This is how she rolls. So, yep, that laugh that she has, I mean, is just infectious. Everybody loves it. She's just a ball of energy. So cheerful. Love that about her. Very vibrant.
That is beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Well, we're going to wrap it up. One thing before we go, anybody who's listening, if you just type in the comments, if anything vibrated with your soul, I want you to type in, "We got this, sis," in the comments. Please.
Love it.
Yeah. I mean, any parting words?
I think we
Listen,
set it all.
I
Yep.
just pray again. You covered it all. Thank you
Yeah.
again with your vibrant energy, Ursula. I just hope that again, if one woman, if she's good and has it all together, maybe she can pass it on to another lady who needs the encouragement and
Yeah.
the uplifting. And that's it for me. Thank
So
you for the
I'll
opportunity.
say, yep, I'll say, Ursula, you are a natural at this. I can't believe you just started this podcast. You should have been doing it a long time ago. Keep it going, sister. You're doing a great job. I know that people are getting a lot out of it because you know how to mix serious with fun and you keep it very entertaining. So you go, girl. I love it. I love your music too. Like starting the show, getting your shift together. I want to ask you about that offline, but I love it. Good
Oh,
job.
I-
This is
goodness.
beautiful.
Why are my eyes starting to sweat?
Oh, you're so funny. You've been sweating all podcasts.
I'm very proud of you all. This is huge. I mean, we've come a long
Yeah.
way.
Yep.
Dana, your vibrancy as well is infectious. And thank you for taking time out from your vacation abroad. And Tanty,
You're welcome.
I see you. I see you. I see your spirituality. I see it. I feel it with both of you. So let's just keep this. Let me just end on this. I'll keep the last word. So my friend Lori said, "Thank you, Dana. Kudos. Oh, Queen of Podcast. Dana, yeah. Dana Mendehall. I love her." So my friend Lori said, everyone should look at themselves as a pebble, right? So when you take a pebble and you throw it in the pond, what does it do? It has a
Causes
ripple.
ripples. Yeah.
So everyone has choices. You know, humans have free will. So it's what you choose or how you choose your ripple to be. You're going to be a positive effect? Are you going to be a negative effect? No effect is at all is still no movement, but you know, it's that ripple. So I challenge everybody to be that positive ripple effect because you never know who you can affect in a good way.
Yeah. That is our hope. Yep. Thank you,
Listen, I love you all. Stay on. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Oh, even Miss Mary. We're going to let Miss Mary, the beautiful Queen Elder, have the last word. She said, "We got this, sis."
Oh,
Wow.
mommy.
That's awesome. So you all, thank you for tuning in to Black Girls Getting Their Shift Together. If anything vibrated or made your soul just really vibrate, please like, share, comment, share with your friends as well. Go on my podcast under the same name, Black Girls Getting Their Shift Together. It's on all platforms that have podcasts. Go on my YouTube channel. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something too, Dana. I am now a certified life coach.
You are? You are? Are you serious? When did that happen? Congratulations.
So
When did that happen? Oh, this is, what a new
Congratulations.
chapter in your life. Ooh.
a
We
long
can
way,
talk
right?
about this. Wow, this is going to be good.
Congrats.
So I
You just
said
blew my
that.
mind, girl.
How you think I felt? So, with that being said, I wasn't going to mention it, but I am because my website is coming out soon. So I want everybody to just stay tuned, subscribe so that you can be abreast when I do launch. And thank you, Dana. She said, congrats, our newest certified life coach. Cool.
Congrats.
And
Congrats.
do you know where I got this from?
Where? Me?
Oh, I thought you were talking to Dana.
Me?
I'm sorry, Tanty. Yeah, from you.
Okay. I thought it looked familiar, but I was like, I didn't want to say. I was like, was that? Okay. Yes.
Oh, you got her that, Tanty?
I visited her when she lived in Asheville, North Carolina. So every time I walk up, she's been here. I walk up my stairs and I always think of Tan when I see this because that's where I bought it.
Yeah.
Remember, I bought it the week Lady Diana passed away. That's when I was at your house.
That's right. That was a Goombay. Was it the Goombay Festival?
Goombay Festival.
Goombay Festival. That's right. It was. I remember now. Beautiful. I thought it looked familiar.
So we have to go because Dana needs to get on the table. Okay, you all have a good evening.
Thank you. Much love.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.